Can you describe yourself in 3 words?
Me
Yeah.
amazing wonderful the best no okay let me be real more like realistically โอเคนะผู้ชายจะบอกว่า well เขาจะบอกว่า you're the best เอาไม่บอกนะ best เขาบอกว่า you're the best well my first dream ever I want to ขายไข่ปิ้ง I remember I wanted to sell eggs because I love eggs so much
How did you come up with that idea?
no because I saw ladies doing it I'm like oh my god I love eggs you get to eat it all day I also want to work like her so that was when young Teach-Cher
Teach-Cher
ได้แล้ว that's it you just be like I can Teach-Cher
Hi
hello
Miss you
miss you too hi
How are you doing?
I've been up and down ขึ้น and ลงเลยค่ะ up and then down up and then down ตอนนี้ up อยู่
ตอนนี้ up อยู่
ตอนนี้ happy มาก
Let me recap.
Okay.
Once I met you, you were like you have a boyfriend, but now you're single.
yes
Single, beautiful,
yes
more gorgeous.
oh my god and she's pregnant that's a big difference last time I met you you were not married you have no kids right now you're 5 months pregnant and you're already married จริงๆนะคนที่ up and down บอกใช่ก็คือพี่เชอร์
ไม่แต่ใดๆก็คืออยากเจอติช่ามากเพราะชีเป็นคนที่ energy ดี เป็นคนที่แบบ philosophy ดี แล้วทุกอย่างก็คือทุกอย่างอ่ะชอบอ่ะบอกเลยว่า EP นี้ต้องดูให้จบเพราะว่าเดี๋ยวจะมีการ demonstrate สินค้าตัวใหม่
ออกมาจากเลยเห็นไหมเราไม่ดูได้ไงล่ะเห็นไหมต้องดูให้จบเห็นไหมนี่คือวิธีการทำ YouTube คนจะได้แบบโอ้ดูให้จบอย่างนี้นี่เองเนี่ย
ซึ่งทำจริงไหม
เดี๋ยวดูอีกทีนะคะเดี๋ยวดูอีกทีถ้าเกิดทำจริงก็คือเตรียมตัวช่องแบนได้เลยนะคะ
But anyway ก็คือรายการนี้เป็น English Teacher นะคะ ที่ทุกคนจะต้องพูดภาษาอังกฤษแบบรัวๆ
ได้ไม่ต้องห่วงค่ะเรื่องนี้
อย่างแรกเลยคือเต็ม10ให้คะแนนภาษาอังกฤษตัวเองเท่าไหร่
ก็ให้8นะคะ 8.5 ก็ได้ทั้งนั้น
8.5 เฮ้ยแต่ฉันอยากรู้ว่าอย่างติช่าที่ทุกคนคิดว่าพูดภาษาอังกฤษเก่งอ่ะเคยมีแบบพูดภาษาอังกฤษแล้วน่าอายแล้วแบบอยู่ๆพูดคำผิด
Oh my god ฉันเป็น Queen of Cringe เป็นราชินีแห่งความ cringy อ่ะคือพูดผิดตลอดทำอะไรน่าอายตลอด
แต่ว่า I like that word
cringy I like that word too I don't know in Thai แบบเฮ้ยๆหน่อยอ่ะ
แบบ
คำแบบอะไรอย่างเงี้ยแบบว่าสวัสดีครับน้องสาวนั่นแหละ cringy อันนั้น cringy อันนั้นก็
แบบขยิกขยืออะไรอย่างเงี้ย
อย่างเงี้ยแบบ
so you were a
I cringy my whole life คือทุกครั้งฉันมองกลับไปในชีวิตของตัวเองจะบอกว่าอู้ทำไมฉัน cringy ตอนนั้นเลยแล้วตอนนี้ก็ cringy อยู่คิดว่าในอีกแบบ1 ปีข้างหน้ามองกลับมาว่าโอ้โหที่ยาก cringy ประจำเต้นอะไรเงี้ยเต้นอย่างเงี้ยอย่างเงี้ยคือทำตรงกลางสตรีทอย่างเงี้ย it could be cringy for many people but at that time ฉันไม่อายพอกลับมาดูแล้วทำอะไรไปวะ คือทุกครั้งเลยฉันใช้ชีวิตในวงการบันเทิงหลายครั้งฉันมองแล้วโอ้ทำอะไรไปวะอย่างเงี้ยแต่ก็แบบดีใจที่ได้ทำไปนะแต่ว่าในใจก็แบบขนาดนั้นเลยเหรอนี่อะไรเงี้ย
กติกาของเราก็คือถ้าเราได้ยินเสียงกรี๊ดเราก็จะต้องเริ่มพูดภาษาอังกฤษแบบรัวๆแบบ non stop
แป๊บเดียวนะ
yeah
จริงหรือเปล่าฉันรู้สึกว่าถ้าเกิดได้ยินเสียงกรี๊ดมันต้องแบบ oh baby baby how was I supposed to know ไม่ใช่หรอ
This is cringy
สวัสดีครับน้องสาวนั่นคือบริตนี่ไอโตมากับบริตนี่มันคือบริตนี่พอมีกระดิ่งยังไม่เคยดูหรอ oh baby baby one more time อ่ะคอมเมนต์เลยนะคะใคร right oh baby baby นี้บริตนี่อะใครเป็นแฟนบริตนี่ให้คอมเมนต์นะเป็นการแบบเข้าข้างติช่า
into English session just a traditional of this show
yeah
can you describe yourself in 3 words
me
yeah
amazing wonderful the best no okay let me be real more like realistically โอเคนะผู้ชายจะบอกว่า well เขาจะบอกว่า you're the best เอาไม่บอกนะ best เขาบอกว่า you're the best เธอดีที่สุดเธอเก่งที่สุดไอก็ไม่รู้เขาหมายถึงอะไรนะไอไม่รู้เลยนั่นแหละอันนั้นคือ the best
โอเค
เขาจะบอกว่า you're beautiful เพราะว่ามันอยากจะกินเราเขาอยากจะกินฉันเขาก็ต้องบอกว่า you're beautiful แล้วเขาก็จะบอกว่า energetic ให้ energy good energy good vibe good energy something like that
men perspective and now your perspective of yourself
oh my god my perspective is crazy good I think I'm like the world needs me I think the universe needs someone like me so it's gonna be too great so if I have to explain myself I would say oh my god I don't even know how to describe myself it's too many words
extremely
มัน
incredible
ยากคือถ้าเราบอกว่าสิ่งดีๆที่เราคิดติดกับตัวเองมันให้มาพูด3 ค 1,000 มันน้อยไปไหมคะสักร้อยได้ไหม I would say energetic good energy in
Good
overall
energy.
everyone if they have to comment one thing about me would be my energy the way I give energy and take energy it says a lot of things with the way I work the way I associate with people
Yeah.
you know it's a lot of energy there and then they say that I'm real you know but it's really subjective it's subjective right
Yeah.
it might look fake but it can be real but I'm very authentic in my way
I was gonna say that word authentic คือแบบเป็นแบบต้นฉบับเป็นคนจริงเป็นคนจริงใจประมาณนี้ไหม
มันเป็นประมาณแบบมีความแบบเป็นธรรมชาติสูงอะไร
ธรรม
เงี้ย
ชาติ
Yeah
yes
quite authentic which is
Real.
amazing because I was faking this whole time and no one could tell
Are you faking right now
Oh absolutely Am I an idiot? That was cringy authentic and I would say that I'm very ambitious
I think a lot of people would admire you as an English speaker even you're Thai How did you learn your English
Oh, the truth is, I think English was even my third language. I spoke Thai first until I'm 7 and I moved to Sweden and then I learned Swedish a little bit. Of course, back then you learned the basic English like, hello teacher, how are you? So I know those as well, but it's not like a full language, right?
Yeah.
But then when I moved back to Thailand, I went to this school and I become friends with these two girls. They're mixed, so they mix English.
Oh.
So they spoke English with their dads and so that their English is very good. Back then, it's like a cable TV and I was watching a lot of
okay.
I was watching a lot of TV series and they spoke English, didn't understand anything. and so I thought it was cool, okay?
Yeah.
The Mean Girls speak English. All the Mean Girls movie, they were like the most popular girls in school speak English. It was so cool for me. So
Yeah.
I wanted to speak English and then I went to these girls. I said, hey, you know, we're learning English in our class, but it's going slow, not as fast as I want. I don't want to learn the basic, how are you? What are you doing today? I want to speak like in the movies and you girls know how to speak. So from now on, we're going to speak English, even though I don't know how to speak English. You're going to correct me every time I'm wrong, every single time. I will not care if I speak it wrong. You will have to speak English with me. So I forced them, like half forced them, and they said, yeah, sure. And I'm like, no, really. From this moment on, I'm not speaking Thai with you. And I couldn't speak English, but I'm like, yeah, so girls, what are we gonna eat? And they're like, what we eat? And maybe I said something like that, and they're like, what we're going to eat. What we're going to eat. And I would copy their accent directly.
Wow
Even though my accent wasn't good. So like I think I'm quite like, not shy. I wouldn't say I'm shy. So even though I'm wrong, I would try. I would fake it until I make it.
Oh I like this word can you say it again
Fake it until you make it. Yeah.
But back then you went to Sweden I've heard you have the story of being a hero of all your friends for
Not
like the
all my
bully to help the bully one
Right. Actually, that was in Thailand. I remember when I was in the class, there was this guy who kind of like, I don't know how to describe, like a bit special needs. You know, he was doing okay in school and everything, but sometimes he just came to me like, Tisha, แบบเขาแกล้งเราร้องไห้มาอย่างเงี้ย He was like, they were making fun of me and he's running crying and I'm like, oh, okay, what did they say? They were like, yeah, they say I look nerdy, you know, and be like, no, but it's okay, you know, like who cares about what they think? They're not as cool as you. And maybe I said something like that. I'd be like, okay, sit with me, sit and eat with me. It's just like that. Yeah. And if they, of course, if he's with me, they're not gonna bully him with me.
because they're scared of you
Because I'm a powerful bitch sitting.
is there
Sherry, do I have to explain?
I
Like-
don't feel how powerful you are
No,
now.
but I think because let's say in school, even as kids, even
Yeah.
as little as kids, you can feel the hierarchy. You still know like, oh, who to mess with, who not to mess with.
Hierarchy I like that word anyway in school I've heard you hot
Since birth? ตั้งแต่เกิดปะ Okay.
You know what?
What about that? What about that?
Unexpectable answer all the time.
It's actually very expected to be hot since birth. What kind of
Okay,
question is this,
can you tell
Sherry?
me the like story about your hottest moment?
When I was younger, I was more boyish.
What
Yeah,
is
like-
boyish?
แบบเป็นแบบมีความเป็นผู้ชายหน่อยเหมือนกับ boyish
Oh, boyish.
หน่อย
Masculine.
masculine ค่อนข้างเยอะ energy
I like that word. Masculine and boyish. Boyish ก็คือ boy นั่นแหละแล้วก็ ish ก็คือมีความเป็นแบบ
boy หน่อย
ชาย
boy
ๆ
หน่อย
อะ
อะไร ไร
อ
อย่
า
ย่าง ง
เงี้
เงี้
ย
ย I'm not very feminine so I wasn't as feminine I would say I didn't care about beauty I didn't
Not
say like-
sweet.
yeah not sweet not like hi guys things, you know, I was more assertive with my things. Like if
Assertive. I like that word.
So I was very assertive with everything I do. Even in class, I raise my hand. I talk
Confident.
to people. Yeah, so it's very out there. I wasn't as hi, hello, or dressed like very feminine or cute, but I think people can see through who's really hot, you know, so they know. What do you want me to say? I mean, the guys love me. The girls hates me.
I mean,
And then people in the comments like,
you study in back in Sweden for how long?
so I moved there first time when I was 7 years old.
Yeah.
I was there a couple of years, and then my dad was like, oh, let's move back to Thailand. It's hot. Like the weather is hot, food is good, everything's great. Let's play golf there. So we moved to Thailand, and that's where I learned how to speak and write in Thai. So
Wow.
my teenage year was in Sweden.
So all your dreams and all your study were back in Sweden.
Yeah, yeah.
What was your first dream to work in Korea?
Well, my first dream ever, I want to kai ping. I remember I wanted to sell eggs because I love eggs so much.
How did you come up with that idea?
No, because I saw a lady is doing it. I'm like, oh my god, I love eggs. You get to eat it all day. I also want to work like her. So that was when younger. Yeah, and then at some point I was into stars. I want to work in NASA. I want to be an astronaut.
No.
And then when I got younger, I saw Britney Spears. I was watching American Next Top Model. I wanted to be a model. Yeah.
Okay, and then once you moved to Thailand, what was your first job in Thailand?
I mean, after the face, right? Because I didn't work.
Oh, the Fate was the first show and the first job?
I flew to Thailand 3 days before the audition.
No.
Yeah. So I flew 3 days before and I just went for audition.
You know what? Once you landed in Thailand, everything just so new to like audience.
Yeah.
We're never getting we haven't gotten any like this kind of like actress or like this role.
This energy before, right?
Yeah, this energy before.
Yeah, I realized that.
Yeah.
Back then I thought I was the queen. I was like, woohoo! But then when I saw comments, I'm like, oh my god, people are not used to this.
But the thing is, you know what? I think it's new, it's different, and I feel like I was a big fan of you.
Thank you.
No, to be real. Because I feel like, oh my god, I like this kind of energy. Because I like watching like Glee, like movie from the US and everything.
Yeah.
I like this energy, but no one could ever come out and do this.
Yeah, like I think because of the traditional entertainment, right? They want the girls to be like high nice and be very beautiful, they have this like ideal beauty in Thailand as well, you know? So like it's something new was back then because I was very confident and to many Thais, it can come off as overly confident.
Overly
แบบ
confident.
มั่นหน้าเกินไป I didn't know
Assertive.
แบบเยอะมาก and then I didn't know what the word มั่นหน้า was and then it was a lot until I'm like oh okay so it's like very confident แบบสุดๆ overly ไปเลยอะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่ะ
And how did it feel being in the show the first time in Thailand?
To be honest, it was life-changing. It was one of the most extraordinary experience of my life. I'm so glad to be a part of that. It made me, it shaped my persona as well, to be able to join something and be proud of it and also learn so much in such a short time. And it changed me. It made me grow up. Like I matured so much during this time. So it was one of the best experiences of my life. I'm really grateful.
Finally, you became the face winner. How would that feel?
Well, amazing! It was the most incredible. It was the most incredible experience of my life. I so proud, so happy, and my mom was there as well.
Became famous for like one night.
Yeah, and become rich as well. No. I never had so much in my life to be grateful for. But I'm so grateful. I have good mentors. My family is very supportive. My friends are supportive. Back then, even my ex was supportive. Everyone was so nice. You know, I feel like thank you, the whole universe, for being on my side, and I'm so grateful. I don't know what to say. I'm very happy.
The thing is, like, beside being the face winner, model, superstar,
Yeah.
you are a sex educator, teacher.
Yes. Well,
How
here
would
we
that
are.
feel?
How it is, I just want to say that how it started actually. In the image of Thailand, it was very new to be so openly talk and be so sexy, you know, because there's certain image as, let's say, an Asian woman, especially in the industry, to be, you gotta be cute, you gotta be very good at what you do, you gotta be beautiful, you gotta be feminine, you gotta be corrected. You don't do anything wrong. You shouldn't go too much to the clubs. You shouldn't have too many boyfriends. There's a lot of things unspoken, but people know, what an ideal should be. You should look in a certain way. And then here I come, a little bit more different. Like I stir up the pot a little bit, stir up the pot แบบทำแบบว่าเขย่าวงการนิดหน่อยมาแบบว่าแบบ a bit different. I don't look like a typical mass of like ideal beauty in Thailand. I go to clubs, I go to the beach, I wear bikinis because back then I remember people were writing a lot of news about me wearing bikinis because not a lot of people wear that much, and I was like wearing small bikini and I have no boobs and people were like, why would you wear such a small bikini if you have no big boobs? I'm like, why not? So it's a lot of things I have to go through, and then people kind of eventually they understand.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, she's like this. Next time I kiss with my boyfriend on Instagram, they're not as surprised anymore. Because I already shocked the industry many times. I shocked the industry all the time.
Stirred a pot.
I stirred a pot all the time, baby. Until I went to one show, TV show one time, and then somehow we were talking about things, and then it turned into a topic of porn. So we were talking about porn, and then we reflected on each society have different types of porn they're into.
Yeah.
And that video went viral, and then there was basically no negative comments. Everyone was like, yeah, that's true. I noticed this too, So this conversation can be talked about. It also depends about the mood and tone. Right? So you will always think like, oh, Thai person, they're very conservative. You can never talk about sex. Dude, Thai person a lot. We're 60 million people or something. We a lot, like we do, and we talk a lot about it too, like very intense between the group of friends.
Yeah.
But no one talk openly on TV or on public media, which I understand because we are back like, like the culture thing. That was the first time in the industry we could discuss about porn.
Yeah.
And we didn't say anything naughty. It's not like, ooh, yeah. It was like, oh, I think because this country have this kind of porn because we're into this.
Yeah.
And they are more into like innocent girls, and they're more into girls who are more brave, so we were talking about it and it went viral, and I noticed that actually Thai people want to talk about this. It just depends on how you deliver it.
How you talk about it as
right?
well.
คือไม่ใช่แค่ว่าพูดเรื่องอะไรแต่พูดยังไงวิธีการ
Yeah.
How is very important. It's not just what, it's how. So I was like, very interesting. And then it took me years. It's not like, oh, the next day I did YouTube. Because I gotta tell you, for me, back then when I started with the industry, I didn't know how to own my own thing. It's more like someone hire me, like Teach-Cher work here, I just go to work. I get money, I'm done, right? I'm out. But to be able to like do a YouTube channel, I was like, oh, I have to buy this.
You have to be owners of your project.
Yeah, it's easier said than done, so I understand. So back then, to start a YouTube took me a couple years. I've been thinking about it, like, oh, what do I want to do? Back then, I was like, oh, maybe I should do my lifestyle. But then I'm like, I have nothing to brag about. I'm not into like, a lot of luxury thing where people like to see like, oh my God, oh, what do celebrities live? Like, what cars they drive? What condo do they live in? Back then, I was living 26 square meter condo. It was like this, I could like, oh, room tour, and I was do this, and that would be my whole room.
And then done.
You're done, right? So it was like 26 square meter room, and I'm like, I don't have that kind of lifestyle that I want to talk about. Would I be passionate to do YouTube for a long time? Because it's not something you do 2 videos done, right? You have to keep growing. And
Yeah.
So I was like, what is something that I really wanted to do?
So sex educator just pop up.
So it's about sex, and I feel like why do I want to do this? I believe from the bottom of my heart it's useful because a lot of people know
educational.
People know what sex is, but they don't talk deep enough. You don't talk about the more practical stuff ที่ปฏิบัติได้จริง So you talk about like in school, teachers would be like, hey, this is sexual organs, this is called ovary, this is penis, this is sperm. They would teach words like this that like, okay, and when we have sex, I don't think about how fast the sperm is going to my egg,
Yeah, sure.
So I want to be more practical. I want to talk about like, where do you buy condom? What happens if you have STD? How can you test it? Where can you test it? And what's consensual?
I mean, I could see like along her conversation and like her story. I feel like back then, Thai people would just want to talk about even like joke it or like to in school ไปเลยอะ But the thing is like you're trying to actually discuss about it and be reasonable about it, and that's how people would accept it like easier.
Yeah, I think
More
that's
like that.
why. Yeah. In the beginning, I was more like kind of thinking, oh, will I have a backlash? Will I get canceled? Would I be more banned? You know, because it's a very sensitive topic. But then
backlash คือเหมือนกันแบบว่าด่ากลับมาประมาณนี้
อย่ามีแบบว่าการตอบโต้แบบ negative ที่มันกลับมา
negative
อะไรเงี้ยเราคือเราตั้งตัวไว้มากกว่านั้นอีกแต่ว่า it went really well better than I expected I think because the society was ready for it too if I would do this 10 years ago no way you know
Yeah.
so it's like right place right time
Can you teach I mean like the audience how to say I can teach her
you can say however you want if you feel sexy you know or cringy
oh cringy
well we start with softer to be I you have to breathe out also
no no
but tired like you cannot you're walking for 3 miles you're like done. Oh wow that's more than me okay I can เก่งอันนี้ได้
เหรอ
teach
that was over exaggerated like
yeah of course teach
teach
ได้แล้ว that's it you just be like I can teach that's how you say it that's my show
I love that I love this energy okay last question for I can teacher and sex educator what do you think as good sex
Good
like
sex.
the definition of good sex
Definition of good sex is for you to be your own judge of what's appropriate and what feels nice. There's no rules, you know, to say this is good or this is bad sex. First of all, it has to be consensual. I want to, you want to, okay. Personally, for me, mostly the better sex are with people I love. That's the best sex I get.
yeah oh okay becoming
What's your best sex?
I'm pregnant I'm going to be a mom you know
Yeah, so that was a good one that day.
yeah that's a good one that's the bravest one
That's the bravest one. ใช่ okay.
bravest one anyway talking about your love life
Oh.
last time you were you know hot and have in relationship right now you're single how long have you been single
Oh, many months now. 4 months, maybe? 4 months, yeah.
do you have anything you want to try being a single you have opportunity you have chance to try
if you're ready to try me. Well, I mean, I would say I'm quite open, but people would like to assume that I have with so many people, which I don't mind. You know, if you think that and if whatever you're comfortable with, it's not my problem. But I just want to say that for me, I'm a little bit more picky because I you work a lot, so I use a lot of my energy. You know, I don't want to waste with a person that I feel like, well, why did I have with this asshole? You know, I don't want to tell myself that. So I want to make sure that are we good? Are we aligned? Are we like in a good term and everything?
yeah
So yeah, and right now, I think there was one time I had an interview. They asked me about, oh, you're single, what do you want to do? And I said, yeah, you know, Thai guys would be nice. And then the people go and write a news like, oh, Teach-Cher wants Thai boyfriend. And I'm
oh
like,
you wrote on the news that
yeah. The people go and say like, oh, แบบ Teach-Cher มีแฟนเป็นคนไทยแฟนเป็นคนไทยอะไรอย่างเงี้ยแบบ and then they go write news. Teach-Cher want Thai boyfriend. I'm like, oh, wait. Boyfriend is huge commitment, you know?
I just want to try
I just want to try first. Let me taste first.
if it's good then
ช่วยเปลี่ยนค่ะ then we see and then we'll see what happens
so she just want to try Thai guy but no นะแบบไม่ได้อยากเป็นแฟนนะ
ยังไม่รู้
ยังไม่รู้วู้สนุกมากคือฉันรู้สึกว่าตอนแรกนะบอกว่า I'm gonna go slow but the thing is like she rap
I was rapping sorry
you were laughing ใช่แล้วก็คือทุกสตอรี่เป็นคนที่มีสตอรี่เล่าแบบมีคำตอบให้กับทุกคำตอบเฮ้ยเธอชิดมากเลยอ่ะรู้สึกอยู่ดีขึ้นเหมือนแบบไปเรียนรู้ตั้งแต่ช่วงอายุเด็กๆจนกลายเป็น the face winner sex educator มันผ่านอะไรมันฟังเรื่องราวชีวิตแบบว่า
ผ่านทุกอย่างมาเยอะ
เข้ากิจกรรมเข้าเกมเข้าเกมกันอีกเกมกันดีกว่า
หรือได้พี่เชอร์พูดสำนวนไทยอธิบายสั้นๆแต่ว่าให้ติช่าเนี่ยแปลเป็นสำนวนอังกฤษ
เฮ้ยมาเลยค่ะมาเลยคำแรกเห็นช้างขี้ตามช้าง
See an elephant poop and you poop like an elephant
ได้ไหมอ่ะ
ไปหาทำตัว
แปลตรงตัว
Okay so I would say whoa this is hard when you follow shit
you follow shit and then you
bad
shit
yeah so you have a bad role model
เป็นการแปล
bad role model
เข็นคกขึ้นภูเขา
oh I know this one
go ahead
this shit is hard
ว้าวยากจังเลยว่าโอเคน้ำขึ้นให้รีบตัก อุ้ยอันนี้จริงเลย
take opportunity as you can
ว้าว
Good
งมเข็มในมหาสมุทร
this shit is the hardest shit in the whole world
สุดท้ายมือไม้พายเอาเท้าลาน้ำ
you lazy mother
You're pro you're Thai pro come on
you lazy as bro get to work what the hell are you doing get to work yo what's up
ฉันชอบอ่ะ Okay I ยอม you winner you win but anyway she became a business owner
yeah
Wow can you show me about it
Okay,
Her
one
business
second.
is
ล้อเล่น
มาเป็น
ทาดา
อันนี้ค่ะ
คือจะบอกว่าเป็นถ้วยทำไมเป็นถ้วยเก็บเมนนี่แหละพูดง่ายๆนะมันคือภาชนะที่ทำมาจากซิลิโคนนิ่ม เป็นซิลิโคน medical grade ซิลิโคนนะทำมาจากยูสามารถโฟลมันได้พอขึ้นไปปุ๊บใส่เข้าไปในช่องคลอดแล้วพอยูใส่ไปถูกที่นะเพราะตอนแรกๆอาจจะใส่ยากนิดนึงคนไม่เคยเข้าใจพอใส่เข้าไปปุ๊บยูจะไม่รู้สึกอะไรเลย
โอ้จริงเหรอ
ใช่ว่ายน้ำก็ได้มันพอมันเปิดป๊อกอย่างเงี้ยมันจะเกิดการสูญญากาศ
แต่ไม่เจ็บใช่ปะ
ไม่เจ็บพอยูใช้เสร็จยูก็เอามือเข้าไปแล้วก็ไปบีบก้นถ้วยมันอะให้มัน break seal the air seal แล้วยูก็ดึงออกมาแล้วก็ล้างทำความสะอาดใช้ได้ใหม่ค่ะก็ ค่ะ
เอาจริงควรมี pre order นะกำลังจะเปิด pre order ช่วงไหน
ซูนค่ะไม่รู้จะเทไม่จะออกหรือเปล่าแต่ว่าที่จริงอยากให้ไปตามไว้ก่อนก็ได้นะคะ
โอเค
มีค่ะก็มีแอดไลน์นะคะเป็น @flow days นะคะตรงนี้เลยแล้วก็
flow days
flow days แล้วก็เป็น
แปลว่า
flow แบบ flow ไปแบบว่าสบายๆนะคะแล้วก็Instagram flow days TikTok flow days อะแค่นี้เลยค่ะ
ก็อย่าลืมนะคะ คือเชอรี่คิดว่าสิ่งหนึ่งคือหลายคนอาจจะคิดว่าติช่าเป็นคนที่พูดภาษาอังกฤษเก่งอยู่แล้ว แต่จริงๆแล้วคลิปนี้จะเป็นตัวที่พิสูจน์ว่าแบ็กกราวด์ของเขาก่อนที่เขาเก่งภาษาอังกฤษเนี่ยเขามาจากคำว่า fake it until you make it คือ fake จนกว่าที่ฉันจะทำให้มันเกิดขึ้นจริงได้เพราะฉะนั้นเข้ากับรายการเราเลยคือ ไม่ว่าคุณจะเก่งภาษาอังกฤษหรือเปล่าไม่เป็นไรแต่ขอให้คุณกล้าคุณก็กลายไปเป็น English teacher ได้อยู่แล้วค่ะนี่คือ the whole floor for you
alright
I'm leaving
really
yeah like you can like ตีลังกาหรือว่าอะไรได้หมดเลย
จริงเหรอ
จริงเต็มที่
My name is Teach-Cher I am the sexiest hottest English teacher